The modern agri-food system is unsustainable. Technological innovations through the second half of the 20th century enabled a tripling of global food production. However, this came at a cost to people and the environment, as it caused water pollution, soil degradation, greenhouse gas emissions, increased susceptibility of crops to pests, and biodiversity loss. We went to Eves Hill Veg Co., a community market garden in Alsham, to find out how they were working towards a socially just transformation to sustainable agri-food systems.
So we're a not-for-profit community market garden. The main principle of our work is to grow veg in an ecological way, but as a not-for-profit we also see our values as going beyond just the food that we grow. We're really interested in how food and land can connect with the people around us, and we believe that if we've got access to land and access to skills, that we should share those with others.
It is imperative that social justice is promoted within the movement towards environmental sustainability, to ensure rights are respected and the costs and benefits are distributed equitably. To achieve a sustainable food system which is socially just both for producers and for consumers, many advocate for a radical transformation of the agri-food system. Eves Hill identified 6 key processes necessary for this transformation. The first is the action of farming in a sustainable way while supporting rural livelihoods.
We're not certified as organic by an organisation like the Soil Association, so we just grow to organic principles. We follow all of those same guidelines and recommendations, producing food on a small scale, but with real ambition, with real high quality. We grow ecologically, we grow chemical free. And that's a big part of inviting people into this site and sharing our work with them, is we can really explain to them what we do and show them how we do it and pass on all that good practice to them. 60 local households that we feed, loads of restaurants.
And the people that do buy our veg, they are being transformers in the sense that they're like defying the current kind of food system we've got going on.
They then facilitate the proliferation of the movement through knowledge transfer.
So we run courses, workshops, traineeship programme. We run the only market garden apprenticeship in East Anglia. So we're growing not just our garden here, but we're growing people, and we're growing a movement of people to grow more gardens and think about the local food movement.
These opportunities, as well as the reintroduction of a face-to-face farmer-to-customer relationship, fosters well-being and a sense of community.
People learn, but it's also a getting together time as well, and a gardening together time, which is nice.
Discussion within this community promotes awareness of the relationships between food production and the environment, essential for informed consumer choices.
You learn something new and you connect with the plants and the nature and growth and the miracle that is kind of happening around us.
You're more aware of nature. You know, it's not just about looking down on what you're doing, you're aware of your environment as well. And you're aware of how the crops are reacting to the weather and to the climate. So yeah, you're really keyed into it.
I think I've always had a very strong connection to nature, but I think what has changed is my relationship or connection to food. I think I have a new appreciation for how long it takes and the work that goes into growing our food, and the quality of food that I eat here compared to the quality of food got in a kind of supermarket.
However, there are structural challenges which limit their ability to supply food in a way which is affordable and accessible for all.
At the moment, it's £8 for a small, £13 for a standard, £17 for a large. We're thinking about upping that price. We understand that veg is so cheap in a supermarket. We want to make this as accessible as possible and a price that doesn't seem ridiculous to pay for vegetables.
Monopolisation of the food market by supermarkets often leaves farmers with no choice but to accept tiny payments for their produce, with many receiving only 1% of the total profit.
An issue that renting gives us is kind of insecurity in kind of committing to the land. Are we going to be here in 5 years? We don't know, and that does kind of prevent our ability to think about upscaling. A lot of government support in terms of kind of subsidies goes to kind of large-scale farmers.
Subsidies such as a single payment scheme reward farmers based on the area of land they own rather than their productivity, rendering them inaccessible to organisations such as Eves Hill. However, changes on the horizon, with post-Brexit Elm subsidy scheme set to amend this particular issue.
I don't think it's upscaling Eves Hill Veg Co, it's making another one in Reetham, another one in Norwich. That's how you make it more accessible.
It's clear that Eves Hill Veg Co have achieved some elements for a just transformation to sustainability. Having said this, market gardens remain up against structural barriers that prevent them from reaching their full potential. Addressing these structural barriers that hinder accessibility for all could pave a way for Eves Hill Veg Co and similar market gardens to become a just transformation to sustainability.